Attention passionate Philadelphia, EAGLES. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Philadelphia Eagles' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Philadelphia Eagles fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with YOUR, FRINDS and Philadelphia, EAGLES. Let's get to the news now, folks. As we head into this exciting offseason, there's a lot of buzz around the Eagles and their defensive front. You see, the Birds have been building something special on defense over the past few seasons, especially under the guidance of defensive coordinator Vic Fangio. But as every Eagles fan knows, the NFL is a constant chess match, and every move counts. So today, we're diving into a potential game-changing move that could reshape the Eagles' pass rush for years to come, the possibility of trading for Mafe from the Seattle Seahawks. Let's start by looking at who Mafe is, because understanding his journey in the league is essential to appreciate what he could bring to Philadelphia. Mafe, now entering his fourth year in the NFL, was a second-round pick out of Minnesota in 2022. The Seahawks saw something in him, a young, explosive edge rusher with a lot of potential. He signed a 4-year rookie deal worth approximately $56 million, with over $3 million guaranteed, which is typical for a player drafted where he was. But what really stands out is how he's developed over these past few seasons. In his rookie year, Mafe played all 17 games, starting 3 of them and finished with 41 tackles, including 3 tackles for loss, along with 4 quarterback hits and 3 sacks. Not bad for a rookie, especially considering he was still adjusting to the league. But what really caught people's attention was his leap in 2023, where he became a full-time starter. That year, he racked up 52 total tackles, with 9 for loss and an impressive 9-0 sacks. He also defended 6 passes and forced a fumble. And if you're a Seahawks fan or just a football aficionado, you probably noticed that Mafe set a franchise record by recording at least 1 sack in 7 consecutive games. That kind of consistency and disruptive ability is rare for a young player. Pause here, just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Philadelphia Eagles news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. Through mid-2024, Mafe continued showing why he's a rising star. He appeared in 15 games, starting 11 of them, and finished last season with 40 tackles, including 8 for loss, along with 6-0 sacks, 12 quarterback hits, and another forced fumble. All of this points to a player who is just hitting his prime and who has already demonstrated that he can be a game-changer on the defensive line. But the Seahawks, despite his progress, are facing some tough choices. Seattle has a pretty crowded edge rushing core now, with players like Uchenna Nwasu, Derek Hall, and the recently signed veteran DeMarcus Lawrence. The team has a lot of talent, but also a lot of mouths to feed. With that kind of depth, one has to wonder, will they be willing to part ways with such a promising young player? And more importantly, could the Eagles capitalize on this situation? Now let's talk about the potential fit. The Eagles, under Howie Roseman, have always been aggressive in the offseason. They love to pounce on players who are still on rookie deals, especially those with high upside and proven production. Mafe fits that mold perfectly. He's only 26 years old, which means he's entering the prime of his career, and he has a cap hit of just around $14 million for 2025. That kind of value is rare for a player with his level of production. Imagine what he could do in Philadelphia's defense, especially with the scheme of Vic Fangio, which emphasizes versatile, disruptive pass rushers who can collapse the pocket from multiple angles. The Eagles have been somewhat thin at that edge position after losing veteran Brandon Graham to retirement and Josh Sweat hitting free agency. While they do have Nolan Smith, who showed flashes last year, adding Mafe would give them a proven, young, and dynamic pass rusher who could step in immediately and make an impact. And considering the Eagles' recent history of aggressive trades and free agent signings, it wouldn't be surprising at all if they were exploring this possibility behind the scenes. So, what would a trade look like? Well, considering Mafe's current contract and his rising value, the Seahawks would likely want a solid return. Maybe a couple of draft picks, perhaps a mid-round pick or even a future second-rounder, along with some considerations based on Mafe's age and production. The Eagles, on the other hand, could offer a package that includes a future draft pick, players to balance the roster, or maybe even a conditional pick that upgrades if Mafe hits certain performance benchmarks. And here's the thing, it's not just about filling a need for this season. Mafe's age and contract make him an attractive long-term option. The Eagles could even explore an early extension if he performs well, locking him into their system for years to come. That kind of move has worked well for Philly in the past, securing core players and building a sustainable championship window. Now, imagining Mafe lining up alongside Nolan Smith, Hassan Reddick, and the other pass rushers in the Eagles' rotation, it's easy to see how this could elevate their defense to another level. Eagles already boast one of the top defenses in the league, but adding a player like Mafe, who has shown he can be a disruptive force, could be the final piece that turns an already intimidating unit into a nightmare for opposing quarterbacks. And let's not forget the context of the NFC East. The division has been incredibly competitive, with the Cowboys, Giants, and Commanders all making moves in their own right. The Eagles have been the dominant force recently, but every year brings new challenges. Strengthening the pass rush with a young, talented player like Mafe could be the difference in close games, in the playoffs, and ultimately in the pursuit of that second Super Bowl title in a few years. Looking at the bigger picture, the Eagles' front office has shown they're not afraid to make bold moves. Remember how they acquired players like A.J. Brown, or how they swung trades for veterans who made immediate impacts. This potential trade for Mafe fits that pattern perfectly. It's about making smart, aggressive moves that give the team a competitive edge. And with the Seahawks possibly being open to moving him, it's a win-win situation for Philly if they can negotiate the right deal. What's also interesting is how Mafe's skill set aligns with the Eagles' defensive philosophy. His ability to collapse the pocket with speed and power makes him a perfect fit for Fangio's multiple front schemes. Whether lining up as a traditional edge rusher or moving inside in sub-packages, Mafe's versatility would give Philadelphia even more options to keep quarterbacks guessing. His 15 sacks over the past 2 seasons are no joke, and that kind of production is exactly what the Eagles need to stay ahead of their division rivals. And the price point is attractive too. With a manageable cap hit and his age, the Eagles could even consider a quick extension, ensuring they lock him in before he hits the open market. This kind of strategic move could be a blueprint for future roster building, targeting young, ascending players on rookie deals and developing them into cornerstone pieces. It's what has made the Eagles such a formidable franchise in recent years, and adding Mafe could be another step towards sustained success. But of course, nothing is certain in the NFL. The Seahawks might value Mafe more than we think, or they might have other plans for him. Still, the rumor mill and the current roster construction suggest that a trade could be in the cards. And for Eagles fans, it's an exciting proposition. A young, talented pass rusher who's shown he can be a difference maker, available at a reasonable price, and with room to grow. It checks all the boxes, right? In summary, this potential move represents a strategic opportunity for the Eagles to reinforce their defensive front without overspending or sacrificing future picks. It's about smart, targeted additions, players who can step in and produce immediately but also have the potential to become franchise cornerstones. Mafe fits that description perfectly. His proven production, age, and contract situation make him an intriguing trade target, and if the Eagles pull it off, it could be a move that pays dividends for years to come. And now, Philadelphia Eagles fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Do you think a trade for Boye Mafe makes sense? Would you be willing to part with a draft pick for a young edge rusher who's already proven he can produce in the league? Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Eagles. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Philadelphia Eagles news. We're in this journey together, and every move, every decision, is part of the bigger story of this team's pursuit of greatness. Let's keep the passion alive and keep supporting our Eagles, no matter what the offseason brings. Thanks for watching, and as always, go Birds!